Hi, good afternoon. I'm Laurie Christensen. I'm your Harris County Fire Marshal. Thank you for joining us today. First, you're going to hear from Dr. Brown with Harris County Public Health. Then you're going to hear from Dr. Latrice Babin from Harris County Pollution Control. And then finally, you're going to hear from Harris County Fire Marshal's Office Assistant Chief Inspector Chad Shaw that's going to talk a little bit about how we're going to close this event out and some of the ongoing work that my office is going to be doing. I do want to give a shout out to ESD 48. Chief McAteer, who's just done a phenomenal job out here today, and we really appreciate it. Community Fire Department brought out their command. Obviously, as you can see, we have the Sheriff's Department. We've had the troopers, Texas Department of Public Safety, TxDOT. Really want to thank all of our partners. This unified command, it's worked exactly how we wanted. We are ending up with no injuries to any of the staff and to any of our residents that we know of at this point. So let me give you to Dr. Brown.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Erica Brown. I'm the local health authority for Harris County. At this time, we feel comfortable to lift the shelter in place. We want to thank all of the residents who participated and took this seriously. But again, at this time, we do feel that it is safe to lift the shelter in place, and we will continue to work with pollution control to monitor throughout the evening. Dr. Babin?
Thank you. I'm Dr. Latrice Babin, Executive Director of Harris County Pollution Control Services. Our teams have been out monitoring, and at this time we're not getting any detections on our instrumentation. However, we will continue to monitor for the next few hours to make sure that we don't pick up anything. We will be working in conjunction with Dr. Brown and the Public Health Department, and if anything should happen, then we will definitely let you know through Dr. Brown's office. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Assistant Chief Chad Shaw with the Harris County Fire Marshal's Office. At this time, we believe the event is under control. The tanks have bled off, and there's only residual left. We are mandating that the company hire private contractors to come in and continue air monitoring to ensure that there's no off-site impact. We're also to try to ensure that this event doesn't happen again. We're requiring them to make all repairs necessary to ensure that their system operates as designed. At this time, I think we'll take some questions if anybody has any.
Yeah, the Harris County Public Health sent out, if anybody has complaints about air pollution, possible symptoms, to call you guys still asking the community if they've had any of or experienced any of that to send the complaints your way?
So, yes, we would like to hear if anyone feels like they are still symptomatic or have any symptoms in general. Ammonia air pollution can cause respiratory symptoms, eye irritation, nose and throat irritation, shortness of breath. At this time, however, we feel confident that there is no threat, and so we're lifting the shelter-in-place order. However, we do want to make residents aware that they may still smell ammonia, but the levels of ammonia that they may smell, we feel confident, are not causing any imminent health risk.
I don't know who this question will be directed to, but can you guys kind of walk us through how you mitigated the issue inside and how long it took you to contain it?
Sure. So our hazardous materials team, along with the experts from the company who services the refrigeration system here, went back on site this afternoon after the heat came in and humidity went down, which would then allow the atmosphere inside the building to become to a level where we could actually make entry and reassess the situation. At that time, they found that the tanks had bled down to a level that made it safe for entry, and there was no additional air monitoring problems, and so we were able to obviously lift the shelter in place, and there is still some residual inside the building, which is why we're requiring the on-site monitoring until all that dissipates.
And just to confirm, there was nobody inside when this attack happened?
So there was actually maintenance being performed at the time whenever this happened. We don't know the full ins and outs. We are going to be conducting an investigation to try to determine what happened, so that we can try to make sure that it doesn't happen again. There were people on site whenever this happened. Obviously, it became very toxic inside the building, and they had to evacuate, and that's when they called 911.
What does the liability look like for a situation like this? Where you said that part of this investigation is that you guys are now having an outside or private company follow up to
So we'll be working closely with our county attorney's office to determine exactly those answers.
So there could potentially be more legality coming out of the end of the company here that started this.
Sure, with every situation, there could be that possibility. Yes. Is that it? Thank you all very much for coming out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
A company with expenses like this, do they incur any costs that the county seeks to reimburse for the expenses that the brought to bear as a response?
So as Chief Shaw was explaining, what will happen again, the scene's just ending. So we will begin our investigation from the Harris County Fire Marshal's office, determining how this occurred, what events took place, what mitigation needs to occur. Again, this facility is going to be shut down until some of those things are reviewed. But we will work with the county attorney's office, and we can't speak on that behalf until that aspect of the investigation is completed.